Good morning, everyone. My name is Will Schwarzenbach. I'm here from Dominion Energy. And as I was coming over here this morning, I realized that you may have heard in my intro, I started working with Dominion Energy in 2004. Well, when I first got here, most of the work that I did back then was actually here in the Uintah Basin. And driving around this morning and yesterday afternoon, I realized how much it has changed here in Vernal from when I first came out here in 2004. It was an amazing change. And being here in this beautiful, somewhat new building, it's just a real big difference from when I was here in 2004, and it's been impressive. But what I'm here to talk about today is actually an introduction. I want to introduce you to Dominion Energy. Now, that name may be familiar to a lot of people in this room, but to most people in Utah, it's a new name. You're hearing something new. The reason for that is we've changed. If I was here a year ago, I would have been here introducing myself as Will from Questar Gas, but that's not the case anymore. We've changed. We've merged with Dominion Resources, and now the name you're hearing is Dominion Energy. We're still the same company here in Utah. We've just got a new name, and we're part of a bigger company, Dominion Energy. So I'm going to introduce you to us a little bit, or reintroduce you, really. One of the key things is that a lot has changed, the name's changed, but a lot of things still haven't changed. We still have the same core values. Our core values at Dominion Energy are safety, ethics, excellence, and teamwork, what we call One Dominion. Now, those are our core values at Dominion Energy, but those of us who have been with Questar for years know that those have always been our core values. All of the employees have lived those core values for years. So, they're on paper now as part of Dominion Energy, but they've been in our company for years. I'm going to walk you through a little bit of the change and how it happened and when it happened. For starters, the official merger was announced on February 1st, 2016. That's when our employees heard about it. That's when the public heard about it. That's when everybody heard about it. The two companies were going to combine. In May of 2016, our Questar shareholders approved the merger, and everyone knew it was definitely going to happen. In September of 2016, the merger transaction was officially completed. So that's when the two companies combined. But still, for a year, so that was a year ago now almost, and we were still Questar. You were still hearing the name Questar. It wasn't until May of 2010 that the Dominion shareholders decided they were going to rebrand everything and bring us all under one name and really have us all be one big family. And that name was Dominion Energy. So that happened in May of 2017. And now, if you drive around, you'll probably see Dominion Energy trucks parked outside. If you live here in Utah, you'll see Dominion Energy on your bill. It's on our buildings. Our name is everywhere now. We've officially changed to Dominion Energy, and that's what you see. So who are we? Dominion Energy is headquartered in Richmond, Virginia. We are one of the nation's largest producers and transporters of energy. And I say energy because when we were Questar, we were really natural gas. Well, as part of Dominion Energy, we're really energy. We've got over 26,000 megawatts of electric generation. We still have over 66,000 miles of transmission, distribution, gathering, storage lines, so natural gas pipelines. We've also got over 60,000 miles of electric transmission and distribution lines. So we really are an integrated electric and gas company now. And also on top of that, we have one of the largest networks of storage, natural gas storage in the country with over a TCF of capacity. And all that is to serve over 6 million utility and retail energy customers. With our assets now, Dominion originally having a lot of assets in the east and Questar having a lot of assets here in the west, Dominion Energy now has assets on either side of the country and are well positioned to serve any demand growth that we could find. But talking about here in Utah a little bit, some things haven't changed. We still operate from the wellhead to the burner tip. So we still have production, some of which is here in the Uintah Basin. We have our transmission lines. We have storage and distribution, all here in the west, serving our customers. So the companies that you're going to see here in the west, our development and production company is now named Dominion Energy Wexpro. Our pipeline company is Dominion Energy Questar Pipeline, and our distribution companies have really three names. It's Dominion Energy Utah, Dominion Energy Wyoming, and Dominion Energy Idaho. So you'll see all three of those names being used, or just in general Dominion Energy. A little more detail about those three businesses. Dominion Energy Wexpro develops low-cost natural gas for our utility customers. Most of that is under the Wexpro agreement, which is a cost of service agreement. So our production is being provided to our customers at the cost of service. Our pipeline, Dominion Energy Questar Pipeline, they transport and store natural gas here right in the heart of the Rockies. And our Dominion Energy Utah, Dominion Energy Wyoming, and Dominion Energy Idaho companies, we deliver the natural gas directly to homes. Dominion Energy Wexpro has about 55 BCF a day of production, and they do that with about 150 employees. Dominion Energy Questar Pipeline has over 2,600 miles of transmission pipeline, interstate pipeline, and they work with about 250 employees. Dominion Energy Utah, Dominion Energy Wyoming, and Dominion Energy Idaho, that's a little bit of a mouthful to say. We serve over 1 million customers with 950 employees and operate over 27,000 miles of mains and services here in Utah, Wyoming, and Idaho. I want to take a little step back, and I don't know how many of you have seen any of these pictures or anything, but just talk about similarities a little bit between our eastern companies now and our western companies here. You see two pictures here. On the left, I think it is, you see a pipeline being put in. This was one of the original pipelines put in to bring natural gas from Wyoming down to Salt Lake City. That was in 1929 here in Utah. Well, on the East Coast, very similar time, very similar things were going on as well. Dominion Energy was bringing gas into Pennsylvania in 1937, and the two pictures look very similar. A little more history is both parts of our company, or both of our eastern and western sides of our company, have celebrated natural gas throughout history, either bringing it down to Salt Lake to the Hogle Zoo, celebrating safety in Richmond. We have a very, very similar history. In fact, both of us really go back to the old Standard Oil days when natural gas was really a byproduct of oil. And they were looking for ways to kind of get rid of it, or things to do with that byproduct. Well, that's when companies started here in Wasatch Gas Company, or in Ohio, our East Ohio Gas Company started. So similar roots, similar companies, all the way back in history. Some things haven't really changed, though. Our work ethic. The same work ethic in 1929 that built pipelines by hand with horses pulling them through the mud, that same work ethic exists today. You know, newer technology, a little bit easier putting in the pipe, but we're still doing a lot of the same type of things and with the same employees, same mentality as we've always had. And we're still putting in pipe. Some of it's new, some of it's replacement. We've been replacing pipe here over the last 3-4 decades. In the 80s, we replaced all of our cast iron pipe. In the 90s, we replaced all of our steel pipe. In the 2000s, we've been focusing on replacing all of our reconditioned high-pressure pipe in high-consequence areas. Those are areas where a lot of people live, congregate. Those are the places we've been focusing. But really, we've been investing a lot of money on just replacing that pipe. And we're looking at $65 million on an annual basis over the next 5 years to continue replacing that infrastructure and make sure that we have a great infrastructure, working infrastructure, safe, reliable infrastructure to serve all of our customers here in Utah, Wyoming, and Idaho. So since I'm standing between you and break, I'm going to wrap it up with a very similar slide to what Gary showed with Rocky Mountain Power. And this is why are we doing this, and one thing that we don't want to change and isn't going to change with our new name change, and that's the fact that we are going to provide our customers with some of the lowest rates in the country. You can see by this graph that we are way down on the list, and only I think 2 states that are ahead of us in terms of the lowest rates for our customers. We have a new name. We plan to keep it that way. And that's all I have. So thank you.